its own target.
Just leave Prime Minister's questions for a moment, just to go to Norman Smith, who is in the House of Commons. There's a bit of a protest going on. Norman, tell us what's happening.
You can probably hear it behind me. A number of disability protesters who are protesting about the Independent Living Fund. About 10 minutes ago, they rushed towards the members' lobby there where the Commons chamber is, in an effort, it seems, to get into the chamber in the middle of Prime Minister's questions. Now, the police, about 30 or 40 police, closed the door, stopped them from getting in, and they weren't able to get into Central Lobby, and Prime Minister's questions carried on, seemingly, I think, oblivious to what has been going on here. But I have to say, I've never seen scenes like this before, with protesters chanting, shouting, just yards from the Commons chamber. They started off perfectly peacefully. I was talking to some of them before Prime Minister's questions got underway. They were giving out leaflets. They were hoping to see some MPs. And then, as I say, whether it was prepared in advance, I don't know. But suddenly there was a concerted rush towards the members' lobby as they tried to catch the police off guard. And initially, it seemed almost as if they'd got through before the doorman managed to close the huge doors to the Central Lobby before they could actually get through. But you can see the demonstration is still going on here as police try to lift them out and clear them away. And this is what they're protesting about, the Independent Living Fund. And all this, of course, before we know of further possible cuts to some disability benefits. Excuse me, do you mind coming here, sir? Yes. You're part of this demonstration.
Yes.
What are you actually protesting about?
Well, basically, they're closing down the ILF, which is the Independent Living Fund. Independent living is vital to the lives of disabled people. Why should it be fragmented down to councils who can't afford it? We've been told now that some people, rather than getting funding, that they're going to be given incontinence powers and be told to get on with it. Where's the aspiration for our lives, to our choices, to run our lives the way we're supposed to live? Where is the dignity?
They say our life's not worth living, then they stick us in heaven's waiting lounge. Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on?
Well, here we are again to tell Atos and Capita and Maximus no more of this. No more marginalisation, no more sanctions, no more bad treatment on the part of the government. I don't know how you can sleep at night. We are prepared to do this for as long as it takes until we get justice for disabled people and for those with mental health difficulties.
I'm with the Norfolk People's Assembly, and I'm just in here today in solidarity with Deepak. Just this vile, disgusting government and their treatment of the most vulnerable people in society. The wealth of this country has just gone up and up to the top, and it's left the people that need it most without, and it's just wrong. So I always support Deepak. I think it's wonderful what they do and what they're doing, and we need a change, and we need more people out saying that and on the streets.
People are already experiencing huge delays in getting an assessment under the Care Act. They're having their personal budgets cut, because no longer are they focusing on well-being, they're just focusing on basic, essential, daily care, which doesn't always apply to mental health.
It's actually now 3 years since our branch of Unison wrote to the Care Quality Commission, raising our concerns for the first time. Kirsty, one of our amps, I'm afraid no longer works here because she's moved to work somewhere else, a sad loss, wrote to the Care Quality Commission saying there were no beds and the impact that was having on safety. January 2013, we copied that letter to every MP in Norfolk, and not a single one of them even acknowledged it, yet replied. It's taken till next month for us to get a meeting with Tory Smith to try and spell out to her just the impact of these cuts. We've had no engagement from any other MP, apart from Norman Lamb, but we met with him 3 times, and despite being the minister, apparently it was out of his hands to be able to do anything about.
I'm supporting DPAC's Week of Action, Rights Not Games, because this government since 2010 have taken away most of the disabled people's rights that we've won over the last 30 years. And we're saying enough is enough. So we're going to carry on demonstrating, protesting, fighting against this government's attacks on disabled people, because the closure of the ILF, the scrapping of DLA and PIP, the bedroom tax, cuts to adult social care means that disabled people are like prisoners in their own homes. We're going back to the situation where disabled people were 30 years ago, where they were in institutions on the edge of town or prisoners in their own homes, and that's not acceptable.